friends, this is Julie, and today I have a very fun haul of all the treasures and vintage craft supplies that I picked up when my husband Jim and I recently were in Florida. We were there dog sitting for our dear friend Debbie, and we had a wonderful time. It was our second trip there. In fact, I believe I did a haul of the items that we picked up last time. So I will link that below if you want to go back and watch what we picked up that trip. But we had such a good time. It was also wonderful being our second trip, so we knew what places we wanted to go back and visit. We discovered a lot of fun towns and different shopping spots, so that was fun, and we made some new discoveries as well. I'm going to first start with Dollar Tree, and you can see I bought a lot of these. These are the mini gel pens. They're by Jot, dollar brand. And I bought 5 packages of them because I have not been able to find them locally. And these are the perfect size that fits into the little pen holders that I get on Amazon. In fact, let me grab those. Okay, here they are. And I think this is probably helpful for those that like to include these little holders on the fronts of their journals and notebooks. They are one of my favorite things. And I found that the Dollar Tree pens fit them perfectly. They're these little mini pens. And I ran out, couldn't find them locally. And so I ordered some on Amazon. Let me see. Let me find what is the Dollar Tree one. I'll be able to tell right away. Okay, so these are the Amazon ones, and you can see they're loose. I don't like how loose they are. Let me see if I have a Dollar Tree. Okay, so I do. So this orange one is one of the Dollar Trees. You can see it has little glittery flecks. It's hard to say. And you can see how much better these fit in. They're not loose. They don't fall out. So I highly recommend. I will actually also put the link to these clips, the Amazon link below. It is an affiliate link. So if you happen to find these at your Dollar Tree, you are good to go. And this is just a fun little extra to include, especially if you're making handmade notebooks. I think it's a great thing. So I picked up 5 of those. Also, I grabbed 5, the Dollar Tree that was local to our friend's place. Such a great Dollar Tree. I mean, it's one of the most wonderful Dollar Trees I've ever been to. It's so clean. Everybody's friendly. It was the same woman that helped us last time that was working there, and they were closing the location. So it was really bare. I thought, well, maybe they're restocking. But as other people were coming in through the door, people that live locally, they were like, what is going on here? And she explained that they were closing that location. So I think I had maybe 2 or 3, and I went back and grabbed 2 more because it's the only place I know to find them recently. The only other thing that I picked up was just this blank notebook. I have a lot of ephemera and receipts and things that I kept, and Debbie was so sweet. She has the most wonderful craft room, and she left me an amazing pile of vintage ephemera, tons of crafty goodness, and a little note. And she said if I felt crafty or I felt like creating, to just have a play. And it just didn't strike me. I guess we were having fun. We were spending time with her pup and taking little day trips and things. And I thought, okay, well, one morning I'll wake up maybe when Jim's still sleeping and I'll sit down and create. So I didn't have, I wanted a base, but it just didn't happen. But what a sweet thoughtful thing of Debbie to do. So this will be my permanent, I think, little travel notebook going forward. And I do want to go back at some point because I saved our plane tickets and all that kind of stuff and make some sort of travel journal that I can just take with us when we go on trips. So that was a good thing to pick up, and I know I'll use it. And let's see here. I kind of have everything in order. The other place I was really excited to stop by was Ollies. We don't have Ollies here in Southern California, so that was top on my list. In fact, that may have been the first store that we stopped at that week. And I didn't find a lot there either. I was so excited because last time I picked up a lot of great things, but I did find some things I'm happy with. And I think a lot of these were $1. They have those, but for those that have Ollies, you know, they have the boxes where everything is inside, and a lot of those items are $1. But I picked up this pack of 130 buttons. They're just white plastic buttons, but I like the small size of these, and they're so cute when you put a little bit of embroidery floss or a little bit of baker's twine in there, and they're great for clusters. So that was a good find. I found some grosgrain ribbon. It's just a really cute little pink kind of dotted pattern here, so that will be fun for spring. I picked up these needles. These are called Big Twist steel yarn needles. And again, these were $1, and these appealed to me because they look like the heads of them, let me pull one out here, is larger, which if you are sewing, I can't get them out all the way, but hopefully you guys can see. Yeah, definitely those will accommodate embroidery floss, twine, that kind of thing. So I think these will be nice for journal making, and these will go into my little journal sewing kit. So those were a good find. These I thought were really fun. They are actually stitch markers. So these were $1.99. Yeah, these don't have prices on them. So I picked up 2 packs of these, and I thought these would be fun to make dangles out of, but I want to see how they work. Hopefully they work the way I think they will. So I thought these would be fun in place of a bulb pin. In fact, I'm gonna grab one of my little mini journals because they are sitting here in a bowl. And I made these, they're little mini journals. We did these in a tutorial on Vintage Craft and Chat last week. And I added bulb pins to the top of them. Here's one, here's another. It's sort of my little prototype here, but I wanna see what these would look like. I like the bright pop of color. Oh yeah, super adorable. Isn't that cute? I might even like that more. So this was a fun pickup. Definitely glad to have 2 packages. I probably should have grabbed a little bit more, and I'm guessing that's probably a pretty good price. And the only other thing I picked up were these 2 packs of stickers. How many are in here? Does it say? I'm guessing there's probably 2 sheets. Oh, 4 sheets. That's nice. And I thought these were adorable. I like the little woodland look to them. So those will be fun to add to Happy Mail or add to packages. And these were just an impulse. I don't usually kind of create in this style as much, but I thought these would be fun. Also, there's 2 sheets in these. I thought these would be fun for Happy Mail. And I'll probably add some of these to my travel journal for the week because that'll be a fun reminder of our trip. Okay, let's see. What do we have next? I think I'll do these because I kind of have these grouped. So one of the places I did want to go back was a thrift store that I actually had gone with Debbie. Last time my husband and I went, Jim flew home a little bit earlier, and then Debbie came back into town, and so we spent 2 or 3 days together and had such a great time. And there was a thrift store that she took me to, and then also a art and craft supply store right next to it called Bottom of the Bin, and I had shared some things that I picked up at both places last time as well. So the things that I found at the bottom of the bin, I found this really great new in package or new old stock Hallmark Christmas napkins, and I thought they were super adorable. They were only $1. So that's a great find. They look very 70s, I think, right? Don't we think they're kind of a 70s print? I don't see a date on the back, but gosh, they were only 50 cents. So back in the day, 20 napkins for 50 cents. So they definitely have some good age on them. And I think the print is really cute. Am I gonna open them? Yeah, let's open them. Why not? Because I will craft with them or put them into craft packs. I won't sell. sell them as is. I have to keep looking up at my camera. I had the worst thing happen yesterday. I filmed the most wonderful Happy Mail. They were items that I had purchased from friends here on YouTube. Some were just straight up Happy Mail, gifts that were sent to me from friends. And I filmed the whole thing. It was so good. Oh my gosh. I was in tears a little bit with some of the items. It was so wonderful. And I went to hit stop and my whole phone was tilted down. I just about wanted to cry. I've never had that happen before. You know, I've been having some issues with my holder, but I just was in tears. So I haven't posted it yet. It'll probably come out before you see this video, but everything was so wonderful that I want to share with everybody. Some things were handmade, some things were craft supplies and gifts from the heart. And so I'll be doing a live, I think this coming Friday, so that will happen before you see this, but I want everybody to share in the joy. So I'm going to try to package things kind of a little bit back the way they were, but definitely the fun and the excitement and the oohs and ahs won't be the same, but I want you guys to all enjoy it as much as I did. And I guess make lemonade out of lemons. So I know you guys will all enjoy, and hopefully it will turn a very frustrating situation into something positive. I am hoping. I know. Anytime I'm hanging out with all of you, it is a positive. Okay, so I was hoping that there would be that the design would be on the 4 sections, and it is not, but these are still really cute. Would make the cutest little tags, or maybe a little pocket tech. Oh, would that be adorable? In the corner of a page. So just cut this out and back it onto cardstock. So I think those are fun. And of course, pink was really popular in paper and Christmas decor and whatnot the last couple years. So I think those will be really fun. The only other thing I found, there were 2 packs of these fasteners. How much were they? They were each $1.50. I think that's a pretty good price. These are round. So these have little round heads on them. And I don't have anything like this. I think I just have brass. Maybe I have some bronzy new stock, and then of course I have some vintage ones. So I think it's really fun to have these bright poppy colors. And then these are the little square ones, which I don't have anything that's that shape. So those are fun. Those were a fun find. And then the thrift store that was next door, which was amazing. Last time I found so many things, but I only found 2 things. I almost didn't find anything. They have a back room that has books and things in it, and these were last minute find. I think maybe this was $1. Do these even have prices on them? I think both of these things were just, well, this is not the price. This must have been the original price. I'm pretty positive that I only paid $1 for each of these. And this is very cool. It is called, it says Plants for My Home, Collect a Card Binder. And it's this cute little binder that has these flower cards in them. What else does it say? It says collect a card binder. The nature life cards will last a lifetime, and the information provided by author John J. Bagnasco will assist you in keeping healthy, thriving plants. And they're just really cute. So these will make really fun ephemera in journals, nature journals, that kind of thing. I thought this was a really fun find. I've never found anything like this before. And for $1, look at that rabbit's foot fern. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's one of my favorite plants. And then the last thing I found, let's see, where is the front of this? I don't know why. I keep thinking that this should be the front. That side graphic, but it does say name and address. It's called a spiral music writing book, and it just has this really great, oh, I didn't see that. It has this really great graphic lined paper for writing your music in. And how cool is that? What is that? I'm looking. I have to look at my camera again. It's not flip forward. Looks like Interesting. These are almost like little pieces of paper. I think that they've scotch taped on here. Let's see if there's any other pages. Maybe just that one page. But I think that looks awfully cool as well. So I will be using that in some capacity. I think that's super cool. So that was it. And there's quite a few pages in here. So those were those items. And let's see, this this was a funny pickup. I'll leave the antique for last. This came from a little kind of funky shop in Gulfport, Florida. That was one of our favorite little towns, and we discovered a restaurant that had the best food. So that was definitely high on our list to go back and visit Gulfport. And this just came from this kind of beachy little boutique, and then they had a few booths at the back that must have been individual little sections and booths that people were selling vintage and kind of thrifted items. So this was something I found. I think this was just $5. And I don't really have a lot of wallpaper in my stash. This is obviously brand new wallpaper, but I thought it was really cute and I thought it would be fun to play with. I want to see the back of it. And actually, it would be fun to wallpaper something, back of a shelf or something, or use it for liner. Let me grab my scissors. There we go. Very pretty. Oh, that's pretty. In fact, this would even be pretty in the motorhome if we wanted to do a little backsplash or something. Maybe in the kitchen. I don't know, that's awfully cute. So that will be fun. We'll do something fun with that. And then, let's see, I'm going to grab this next. These were finds from a brand new thrift store that we stopped at. And for the life of me, I've had Jim search. I've searched a couple times because I told Debbie that she needed to go back there. As I was walking around, I was in their book section, and I discovered this whole bin of Somerset magazines, the journaling magazines, mixed media magazines, and I told Debbie, you need to go back there if you're interested in the magazines, and I cannot find it. You know, when you're somewhere local and you go into, is it the Google Maps, and you say, you know, thrift stores near me, and it came, you know, we saw it had really great pictures. It looked like all the shelves were super stocked, so I told Jim, okay, we definitely need to go there, and now I can't find it. So I don't know exactly what town it was in, but we had left Gulfport, so I know it was between Gulfport and Debbie's place, and I can't find it. Jim has not been able to find it, and I don't have a name. I didn't get a receipt from the place, so I don't have a way to search for the name, and so I've just been looking, knowing that if I see a picture, interior picture, I would recognize it. I do not remember what the outside looked like. So I'm going to keep hunting. Jim's been hunting. I'm trying to open these. But it was a very cool thrift store. Also, I think I didn't pick up too much stuff. I was a little bit worried about weight. We took 2 suitcases. We took like a smaller one that was full. Jim mostly had his stuff in there. And then we took our larger suitcase, of which half of it was empty, but I always worry about weight. So why did I pick these up? I picked them up because they were 99 cents. I like the little horse motif, but because they were closed, I don't really know what they look like. Okay. So they don't have the horse, they have that, but I think these are really fun. I think those are beautiful. And I have a few kind of plainer navy blue and red cards that I'm quickly working through. So I think this will be fun to have that design. I think that's really pretty, and for $1. Can't beat that price. And then these say bridge for one. I'm hoping they have this little checked kind of, it's not a, what is this, houndstooth. It's like a little houndstooth. Oh, it doesn't have the houndstooth, but it has this great kind of blue and white hashed, oh, these are cool. Okay, let's see. What are those? Oh, look at that. What is that? How fun is that? Official Gorin point count system. And that must be Mr. Gorin. It says Chaz, maybe Charles H. Gorin. I do not know who he is, who Chaz is, but that's kind of funny to find. So it looks like, let's see. So the back of these two. So this is a little explanation, and there's his floating head face there. But oh my gosh, look how cute these are. These would be adorable to use for Valentine crafting, would they not? With the heart and the word written out. So it looks like we have hearts, we have spades. Oh, these are fun. How fun is that? Very worthwhile when you see cards for 99 cents, because you never know what you're going to find inside. And then we have the clubs. Let's see, I guess those were diamonds. So those are a ton of fun. And this box looked a little bit worn. There aren't any other markings. Oh, it is. There are markings here. What does it say? Milton Bradley Company, Springfield, Mass, made in USA. But these are like brand new. They feel like brand new cards. So those are super fun. Okay, that was a great find. Get those out of the way. And then the only other things I found there was a piece of material. I had a few other pieces of material in my hand, but I was a little worried about the weight. Also, the more supplies that I have been finding and gathering over the last several years, I am trying to be a little bit more picky about, oops, did I cut that? About what I pick up. I'm a little bit more discriminating. If I see some material for 99 cents, the old me would have been like, oh yeah, I'm going to pick that up. And the new me is, can I envision using it? Would it be something I would love or somebody else would love? If it's just kind of generic, general, I'll leave it behind. Or if I think I have something similar in my stash. But I thought this was a ton of fun. Also because we're back to the little bit of pink in it. So we have the classic green and red, and then there's little pink berries. And how cute would that be with that? So I don't know how much is in here. I don't know who the manufacturer is. Like I've said in other videos, I am still learning about fabric. I didn't come from a sewing or a quilting background. Yeah, I'm not seeing something really quickly, but I do like to look to see if I can see who made the material, because I know some is more highly sought after than others. I'm not seeing anything regularly, but that was a good find. And then this was the only other thing I picked up. It's called Modern Mathematics in the Elementary and Junior High Schools. I am a sucker for any school books, readers, that kind of thing. And this looks like it says it's the teacher's edition. Let's see, copyright 1961. And it just has super cool graphics. I have one other book. It's a vintage math book that has the black and red, and I love it. In fact, we are using it in a project. Speaking of red and black, we are going to use those book pages. Oh, look at those. Those are way cool. Those would just make great journaling cards on their own. Oh, look at that. Okay, this is even better than my other book because it doesn't have this like cursive writing in it. It just has a little bit of red here and there, like up in the corner, like little corner tabs. Oh my gosh. Ooh. I didn't really fully look through this, but I'm loving it even more than when I picked it up. And I feel like this was like $1 too. I think their softbacks were $1. Those are fun finds. And then we are almost done. Another thing that I picked up, let's see. Yeah, this was when we left Gulfport. So when we left Gulfport, I found the funky wallpaper. We wanted to stop at the other thrift stores. We stopped, what was the name of this place? This was called the Boulevard. Oh, I wonder. Let's see, Gulfport. So I think it was on the same street, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I'll have to ask Jim. But I think we stayed on Gulfport Boulevard. So maybe we can find, you know, this thrift store by looking up this street. I'm going to do a little sleuthing on that. I believe it was on the same street, but it was just a cute little shop. He had such really nice things, but again, a lot of it was heavier, like glassware and that kind of thing. But I was really excited. I found one of these rainbow mugs, and we already have one at our house, but I just love it. I just love the fun graphics of it, and it was a great price. It was $8. I think we'll probably keep this even though we have another one. Our other one isn't in really great condition. I think it has a little chipping maybe on the rim of it, so we'll keep this. But yeah, I just love the bright pop of color. And if you guys are new to these, they are made in Korea. They're hard to find. Like I said, I've only ever thrifted one other, and they were put out by the FTD company. Back in the day, they probably had flower arrangements in it, but isn't that cute? Maybe if I don't keep it in the house, maybe I'll take the one that's a little chippy and put that in the motorhome, and then keep this one in the house since it's much better condition. And then the last few things I picked up. So we went and visited the antique store that Debbie has a little booth in, or rather like not a booth, but a cabinet. She has a cabinet in there, and I wanted to go check that out. Also because we didn't do any antique stores the last time we were there. We just thrifted and did Ollies and Dollar Tree, that kind of thing. So I was really excited to see what an antique store was like in the area, and it was adorable, all kinds of adorable. And these are the few items that I picked up. Let's look at this first. This is a made in England little tin, and I think it was maybe $5, something like that. And it has a cute little hinged lid on it, and I love looking for little tins like this. They're great for keeping little bits of ephemera, buttons, that kind of thing on my craft desk. So I am a big fan of little tins and just sort of corralling things, and I love the graphics. Look how cute that is with the little bird cages and the little birds. So that was a fun find. Another thing I found, I was very excited about this. This was kind of a last minute find. So I have a small collection of globes. In fact, I think I probably even started collecting them before I came up with the name for my vintage shop on Etsy. But now that Day Trip Vintage Company exists, these globes I think are even more fun. And it's just a little vintage bank. What does it say here? Made in the USA. What does it say? As you save, so you prosper. And it says World Bank. And I do not have one in this size. I'm looking over across the room. The globes I have there are displayed on top of a tall cabinet on the other side of the living room, because of course my little crafty corner here is in the other corner of the room, which is our dining area. And so I do not have one that is this size. I have a really large, big, beautiful one. I have sort of a medium sized one. I'm not sure if it's a bank or not. And then I have three kind of the mid-size, but I did not know that there were little tiny ones like this. So I think that is all kinds of fun, and it was really well priced. If I can find them kind of in the $10 price range, they're definitely a pickup. And this one, I think I might put it on the little shelf behind me rather than add it with the others. It's a nice small size, and if you watch on Thursdays Vintage Craft and Chat, I have that little shelf behind me that I like to decorate seasonally, and this will be the perfect size for that little shelf. I also found this reader, which is in very bad condition. Let me smell it. This doesn't have any musty smells, and I love finding them in this condition because it gives me permission to take them apart. I can use the cover for a journal. I can craft with the internal pages. It says here, property of Independent School District number 10. And it's from Minnesota. I found it in Florida, but it was from Minnesota, published 9/1/1950. I love the little kid writing in it here. It's called Three Friends, and it was published in 1949. So they didn't have the correct thing written there. So 1949, and already look at that graphic. Oh my gosh, I love that one. So this is great. I don't think that I have this particular one, but like I said, we'll be crafting and doing some fun things with it. Oh, $4.50. I paid $4.50 for it, and that's a great price. That is a super good price. And I love the coloration of the graphics. They're kind of watercolory, which I like. That kind of 50s flair to them. Look how cute that is. And I like the different subject matters. Even though it's a reader, it's not necessarily, you know, like school days. There's all kinds of subject matters. Look at cute bunny. That would be great in a spring or Easter journal. So lots of uses for it. Oh, look at that. Look at that cute little squirrel. See my squirrel handkerchief. Yeah, so that, ooh, they're sewing. I have a sewing journal in the works, and look at that bird. And even the winter would be great for Christmas journal. I thought I saw sewing. Oh, be still my heart. What? Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. Look at the Valentine. Oh my goodness. What do we have here? Yep, we also have some Valentine party decorations. All right, maybe I was dreaming. I thought I saw some sewing kind of thing. We even have toothbrushes. Okay, so I'll have to flip through there later. And then the last two things. This little buddy is my favorite. I'll have to tell you why. I also picked up this cute little adorably wrapped package of time cards. I love time cards. I love crafting with time cards. And they took all the tags off, so I'm not sure. I feel like it was 20, maybe they said, but look how cute these are. Definitely vintage, green fronts and the little red backs. And they even have the little cutouts down here. So these are fun. I will probably hoard a few and then craft with the rest. And then my absolute favorite from the entire trip, because I bought this from Debbie's cabinet, and I was like, yeah, my name is written all over this. I think it's Fisher-Price. Yeah, it says Fisher-Price Toys right here in the front. Is that not adorable or what? So it's a little pull toy, and yeah, it pulls. It's all kinds of adorable. The little head kind of moves around. But what I'm going to do with this, it is seasonal. Probably most people would put it out at Easter time. But what I'm going to do with it is, when I saw this, I'm like, what a great container it would be to hold things. So it's going to go in my little crafty space behind me. And how adorable is that? Grab a few things to put in it. I just think it's all kinds of sweet. All kinds of sweet. That's probably a little too big, but it would just be so cute to hold cards, ephemera, that kind of thing, right? Ooh, do cards. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, you guys, maybe I should use it to hold all my cute little cards, because it is absolutely perfect for that. Let's see. It doesn't hold boxes, but it would hold just the cards by themselves. Like, look at that. Would that be adorable? Filled with my vintage card collection. Do those fit? Yep, those fit too. So cute. So yeah, this is going to be a useful, cute, adorable storage here in my little craft area. And that is it, my friends. Like I said, I didn't find as much stuff this trip, but I am very, very, very happy with what I did find. Lots of stuff to create with, lots of stuff to craft with, cute little things to go in my craft area and inspire me. And yes, this is definitely my favorite. Let me know if you have a favorite item that I picked up. Would you have picked up all these things too? And that is it for today. And we had success. The camera, I think, is still at a good angle. It looks like it's a little bit tipped up, but it isn't. It hasn't fallen all the way down. So I will call that a successful day. I feel like I'm on a roll. I have a bunch more hauls to film. I have an amazing vintage fabric haul to share from my local thrift store, which I don't find that much amazing fabric, and boy, did I score. I have some other craft supply hauls to film. I got a lot of fun stuff coming, so I hope you will consider subscribing if you like this type of content, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, friends.